Are you wondering about using eggs to fertilize your plants, specifically your tomato plants? Well, eggs have a benefit in the garden.
Luke from MIGardener is going to help me dispel or prove the myths about eggs in the garden.
So you want to know if it's good or bad? Just stay with us and we'll try to sort it out for you. Hey everyone, I'm Tammy from City Homestead Living, where bringing a piece of country to your backyard is more than a motto, it is a way of life. And while you're at it, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that we can notify you every time we upload a video. In today's video, we are going to talk about eggshells in the garden. And we're going to try to dispel some of the myths regarding these fabulous providers of nutrients.
Myth number 1 is that gardeners would plant up to 9 eggs underneath their tomato plants in a very deep hole. This was supposed to provide the plant with all the nutrients it needs. Here's the facts. Archaeologists have found whole eggs petrified in digs. We use a version of this farmer's hack in our garden. We break the yolk, and when it begins to decompose, then it will provide the nutrients your plant needs, according to my research. However, the proof is in the pudding, and my plants have reached almost 5 feet in height. Myth number 2, putting whole eggshells into your compost or putting crushed eggshells into your planting beds is providing great calcium for your garden. Here's the facts. Luke is showing us the components of an eggshell. Its complexity requires both heat and water to break it down to its elemental form. Then your plant can absorb the nutrients. Here are my eggshells, all washed and out to dry before they go into the eggshell bucket. Got a block of wood, crushing the shells. The kids will love to do this. It gives them something to be part of the gardening. This is their thing. Once they're all crushed, we're going to spread them out on a baking sheet. You want to set that oven to 350, and we're going to bake that for 10 minutes. At this point, their structure is going to be changed enough to either feed to your chickens or use in your garden. Still takes time for the plants to get the nutrients. Myth number 3. If you boil eggshells and let them set overnight, this tea will then provide enough calcium for your plants. Here's the facts. The best way to release this calcium is to pulverize your toasted eggshells into a powdered form using a mortar and pestle, blender, or coffee grinder. Now it's time to release that calcium. We're going to take equal parts of vinegar and our powdered substance and combine them. It's like your junior high experiment where you turned an egg into rubber. You soaked it in vinegar and it dissolved the shell. It turned those shells into their elemental form. The gas that was released from the carbonate and the calcium stayed in the liquid. We're going to let them sit for quite some time in a very ventilated place. Vinegar smells very strong. Let that sit until there is no longer any bubbling action happening. This needs to be diluted in order to water your plants. Mix 4 tablespoons for every gallon of water. Myth number 4. Too many eggshells in your garden is harmful to your plants. Here's the facts. Eggshells stop affecting the pH balance of your soil at 6.8. If you don't have acidic soil, this is why your eggshells will take a very long time, even years, to break down. Archaeologists have discovered intact eggshells after 165 years in southern plantations. Myth number 5. Eggshells will leach salmonella into your plants through your soil. Here's the facts. There is a very small chance that this will happen. However, by washing and toasting your eggshells, you remove any chance of lingering bacteria. Now you're armed with the facts and the myths about eggshells in the garden, and you use your own judgment in using these. Am I going to still use them? Of course I am. At the very least, eggshells provide loaminess for your soil, and they provide nutrients for your microorganisms that are so important to a healthy soil.
Thanks for coming along with us today on our journey, and
hopefully you will now have a better understanding of the myths and the facts regarding eggs and eggshell use in the garden.
As always, happy homesteading adventures.